As I write this, the memories of that harrowing day in the Whispering Woods still haunt my every thought. It was supposed to be an adventure, a chance to explore the mysteries of nature with my closest friends, but what we encountered was far beyond anything we could have imagined. The Whispering Woods had always been a place of fascination and dread in our small town. Nestled at the edge of civilization, the ancient forest was said to be home to enigmatic whispers, unexplainable phenomena, and stories of those who had ventured in but never returned. Naturally, such tales intrigued our group of friends, and one fateful summer day, we decided to uncover the secrets of the woods for ourselves. Our group consisted of 4 brave souls: myself, Thomas, Emily, and Daniel. Armed with backpacks filled with snacks, flashlights, and a map, we embarked on our journey. The sun dappled through the leaves overhead as we entered the forest, casting an ethereal glow that both enticed and unsettled us. The trees in the Whispering Woods seemed to stretch endlessly into the sky, their gnarled branches creating a natural canopy that filtered the daylight into an eerie greenish hue. It was as if the forest itself held its breath, waiting to reveal its enigmas to those who dared to wander within. As we ventured deeper, the air grew thick with humidity, and the symphony of chirping insects filled our ears. Despite the beauty of the woods, an undeniable sense of unease settled over us. We glanced at one another, the unspoken question lingering in the air. Had we made a grave mistake? It wasn't long before we began to hear them, the whispers. At first, they were faint, like the rustling of leaves in the wind. We dismissed them as mere products of our overactive imaginations, but as we continued deeper into the forest, they grew more distinct. The whispers seemed to come from all around us, their words unintelligible but undeniably eerie. Emily's eyes widened with fear as she clutched her flashlight, casting its beam into the shadows. "Did you hear that?" she asked, her voice trembling. We nodded, unable to deny the chilling reality of the situation. The whispers were real, and they were growing louder. Panic began to set in as we exchanged nervous glances. "I think we should turn back," Daniel suggested, his bravado waning. But curiosity, that inexorable force, kept us moving forward. We were determined to uncover the source of the whispers, to demystify the legends that had surrounded the Whispering Woods for generations. It was a decision we would soon come to regret. The whispers led us deeper into the forest, their voices now a cacophony that echoed through the trees. The words remained incomprehensible, but their urgency was unmistakable. It was as if the forest itself was trying to communicate with us, to impart some ancient knowledge that had long been forgotten. As the day wore on and the sunlight dimmed, we stumbled upon a clearing in the woods. At its center stood a gnarled oak tree, its ancient branches reaching out like skeletal fingers. The whispers grew deafening, their intensity almost unbearable. With trembling hands, I approached the tree, my fingers tracing the rough bark. It was then that I felt a peculiar vibration, a resonance that seemed to emanate from the very heart of the oak. It pulsed with an otherworldly energy, and I couldn't help but be drawn to it. As I pressed my ear against the tree's trunk, the whispers coalesced into a single voice, a voice that spoke in a language I couldn't understand. Yet it conveyed a profound sense of sorrow and longing. Tears welled in my eyes as I listened, the words seeping into my very soul. The others watched in stunned silence as I remained locked in communion with the ancient oak. It was as if the tree itself was imparting its memories, sharing the stories of those who had walked through the Whispering Woods before us. I felt the weight of their experiences, their fears, and their regrets. Time seemed to blur as I stood there, lost in the whispers of the tree. It was only when Emily shook me from my trance that I realized the sun had disappeared below the horizon, plunging the forest into darkness. "We need to leave," she urged, her voice filled with urgency. Reluctantly, I stepped away from the tree, and the whispers receded into the shadows. It was then that we noticed the forest had changed. The once familiar path had vanished, replaced by a labyrinthine maze of trees and undergrowth. Panic welled up within us as we realized we were lost, trapped within the whispering woods with no way out. The whispers, now more sinister than ever, surrounded us like a malevolent chorus, guiding us deeper into the forest's heart. With each step, the woods seemed to come alive, twisting and shifting as if it were a sentient being. The trees whispered secrets of forgotten tragedies, and the very ground beneath us trembled with the weight of their sorrow. It was as if the forest itself sought to consume us, to make us a part of its eternal lament. Hours turned into days as we wandered deeper into the woods, our supplies dwindling and our hope fading. We were haunted by the voices of those who had come before us, their stories merging with our own as we succumbed to exhaustion and despair. And then, just when all hope seemed lost, we stumbled upon a clearing bathed in a soft, ethereal light. In its center stood an ancient stone altar, covered in moss and ivy. It pulsed with the same energy as the oak tree, and the whispers converged around it, their voices now mournful and pleading. In that moment, a revelation washed over us. The forest sought not to harm us, but to share its tragic history, to impart the stories of those who had suffered within its depths. It was a plea for remembrance, a cry for recognition of the lives that had been lost. With trembling hands, I reached out and touched the altar, and a surge of memories flooded my mind. I saw the faces of those who had ventured into the whispering woods before us, their experiences and sacrifices etched into the very stone. They were a part of the forest now, their spirits bound to its ancient heart. As we stood there, united in our understanding, the whispers transformed into a mournful song, a song of loss, redemption, and the enduring power of nature. It was a lament for all those who had entered the whispering woods and never returned. With newfound determination, we retraced our steps, following the path illuminated by the haunting melody. The forest seemed to guide us, its secrets laid bare before us, as we made our way back to the edge of the woods. When we emerged, we were forever changed. The whispering woods had shared its enigmas with us, and in return, we carried its stories, its sorrow, and its haunting beauty with us for the rest of our lives. Though we had ventured into the heart of darkness, we had emerged with a deeper understanding of the natural world and the profound connection between the living and the ancient. The whispering woods had shown us the price of curiosity, but it had also revealed the boundless wonders that awaited those who were willing to listen. Now, as I write this account, I can still hear the whispers of the forest, echoing in my dreams and in the depths of my soul. The whispering woods will forever remain a part of me, a place where the mysteries of nature and the stories of the past converge, a place where the whispers never truly fade.